Hey, what's up guys, my name is Alipak and welcome back to Mouse Riders. Today we will talk about Matthew, the redeemed one. Let's begin. Matthew, before following Christ, was a tax collector. Now, during this time, everyone hated tax collectors. Why? Because they would steal from people. They were corrupt. They were so hated that they were banned from the synagogues. Imagine, poor Matthew, he could not go to church in peace. We could say that, in a way, Matthew was separated from God. But to Matthew's surprise, one day, Jesus was walking along town and saw Matthew and said to him, "Follow me." Matthew quickly got up and followed Jesus. Matthew had been searching for an opportunity, a chance to be right with God. And when Jesus stretched his arm of redemption, he grabbed on tight of it and never let go. We know that Matthew had been searching for truth way before he knew Jesus. Why? Because in the book of Matthew, he cites the Old Testament 99 times, way more than what is cited in the book of Luke, John, and Mark. I think this story of Matthew and Jesus is an illusion and a representation of what Jesus came to do for us. You know, we really had no hope, but when Jesus died on the cross for us, that was the same as the arm of redemption, that, escalator to heaven, to be right with God. You might say, well, when will Jesus come along my table and ask me to follow him? Honey, he's been doing that since the day you were born. God has been knocking on the door of your heart every day. What's wrong is just that there's just too much noise in your life. You aren't really, attentive to what God has to say to you. So I tell you right here, right now, to tell Jesus to come into your heart before it's too late, before his light, his love shines upon your life. Do you feel there's a certain thing that separates you from God? A sin you committed maybe? Something you said to God? Let me tell you that God is waiting for you, open-armed, for you to come back to him. It's just like in Luke 15, the prodigal son. It's a story, and let me tell it to you really quickly. It's about this father that gives his inheritance early to his kid. And this guy, because the kid asked for it. And so this guy takes his money and goes off. He blows it off on just stupid things and material things. Quickly he ran out of money, and he is all poor, he's all dirty, he realized that he had committed a mistake. So during this time, his father was very sad because his son had left. He was sad, he really missed him. But when he saw that his son was coming in the distance, he ran to him. He gave him a hug, a kiss on the cheek, a ring, and celebrated that he had come back. My friends, this is the same way God is waiting for you to come back if you feel there has been a separation. Now, one last thing, and I feel this is very, very important. Matthew, when he followed Christ, he did not take his table and his clients to follow Jesus. Matthew did not go to his vault, grab his money, and follow Jesus. Matthew left completely everything and went with Jesus. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys, but you know what? Jesus Christ truly loves you 10,000 times more. Bye!